Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Myself Neha Gupta, your mentor for current affairs. I hope आप सबकी तैयारी बहुत अच्छी चल रही होगी and this is the video wherein I am going to discuss the current affairs for the month of February. So आपने thumbnail पे देख ही लिया होगा that we are going to discuss the 100 most important questions from the month of February. So I hope this video may prove itself useful for all of you, and if you have any feedbacks related to the video or related to the current affairs, then you can provide it in the comment section below. Okay, so let's begin this video, which is going to be a little lengthy, so I'm not going to waste any single second from now onwards, and let's begin. I hope guys you are aware about this mobile application of ours, and if you haven't downloaded it yet, so let me tell you that you are missing a lot, because this application does not only provide you with the exam updates as well as the YouTube videos, it also gives you update on the live sessions which we conduct, and also provides you the past year's papers. Okay, so if you want to get your hands on all these features, then why wait for anything else? You can download it from the Google Play Store. ओके, सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहाँ पर जल जन अभियान लॉन्च किया था? वेयर हैज़ प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी लॉन्च्ड दी जल जन अभियान? सो हियर गाइज सिरोही इज द राइट आंसर. नाउ व्हाट इज where is this Sirohi? So guys, Sirohi is a district in Rajasthan. The purpose of this campaign is to invite the people's participation for the conservation of water resources, water bodies like lakes, ponds, etc. Now, related to the conservation and rejuvenation of water bodies, we have the Amrit Sarovar initiative. Also in Jammu and Kashmir, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Amrit Sarovar initiative. However, this initiative aims to rejuvenate the water bodies, especially lakes and ponds, in every state of India. Okay, now my question from all of you is, you need to tell me how many ponds or water bodies will be taken care of under this initiative. Okay, the next question is, what is the total budget allocation for the defense sector in the union budget of this year? Basically, the upcoming year. So, the right answer is option A. 5.94 lakh crore is the total allocation for the defense sector, and let me tell you guys, defense is the topmost sector as far as the allocation is concerned. Okay, so let's have a look at the ministry wise allocations. So Ministry of Defense has got the maximum allocation, that is 5.94 lakh crore. After that, road transport and highways has got the second highest allocation, then railways, then consumer affairs, food and public distribution, home affairs, chemicals, rural development, agriculture and farmer welfare, communications. So these are topmost ministries which have got the high allocations, and out of these, defense is again the maximum one. Now, defense related, there is one more thing, that the maximum allocation is given to defense sector, but out of this allocation, a major proportion goes to the pensions and the salaries of the defense personnel. And in order to reduce this burden, the Agnipath scheme was launched by the Ministry of Defense, under which the Agniveers will be hired for a maximum tenure of 4 years. Okay, so do remember this point as well. Now here guys, this picture basically tells you the 7 pillars of importance which were highlighted in the union budget. So basically, in this year, in 2023 to 2024 onwards, the government is going to focus on inclusive development, reaching the last mile, basically sabka saath sabka vikas, in order to provide the services to each and every person of India. Reaching the last mile is one of the pillars of the union budget. Youth power, financial sector, green growth, unleashing the potential, infrastructure and investment. So these are the 7 areas of focus for the government in the upcoming year. And do remember all these pillars. You can expect a question out of these in your upcoming exams. Now we are talking about the upcoming exams. So let me remind you guys, you can expect your RBI notification anytime soon. IFSCA notification has already been out. Okay, APFC is already there in the market. So guys, these are the examinations, and you can expect questions from the union budget in all these examinations. Okay, so prepare the union budget, economic survey, and the government schemes really thoroughly. Okay, next question is, how much is the seafood exports target of India by the year 2025? So here guys, USD 14 billion is the right answer. Last year, in 2021 to 2022, India had exported 7.76 billion worth of marine products, and by 2025 we are expected to double this number. We are expected to double the marine exports in value terms. Okay, so do remember. Now guys, this is the chart from the Mapida website. Mapida is the Marine Products Export Development Authority, and this organization has given this data. So according to this data, frozen shrimp has the highest contribution in India's seafood export, both in terms of value and in terms of volume. Okay, so this shows that out of the total exported products, 58% of the products are shrimp, and the total amount that we get in exchange of these products, out of that total amount, the maximum portion is again because of the shrimp. Okay, so do remember the contribution of these products as well as the product which is the major export from India. Okay, next question is, where is India's first solid waste to hydrogen plant setup? So here guys, Pune is the right answer. Now here what we are going to do, from waste we are going to create hydrogen. I hope all of you are aware that National Hydrogen Mission is already under implementation by the government. Now what is the target? So here this picture guys is very important, and don't worry about the PDF. You will get the PDF on the Telegram channel. So from there you can revise the content given in the picture, or if you want you can take a screenshot as well and try to memorize the content given in the picture again and again, because this is a really important mission. Okay, so we are talking about the National Hydrogen Mission, which aims to create or increase the hydrogen production capacity of India to 5 MMT annual production. Okay, 5 million metric tons of annual production of green hydrogen is targeted. Then we are planning to increase the electrolyzer capacity of India to 60 to 100 gigawatts, then 125 gigawatt renewable energy capacity for green hydrogen generation and associated transmission network. So these are the numbers which are important. The next is that the total outlay approved for the National Hydrogen Mission is 19,744 crores. ठीक है? Then 1 lakh crore import savings would be there. If we are able to produce green hydrogen, then definitely we will be able to cut down on the import of hydrogen. Okay, we can use the green hydrogen in creation of more goods. 50 million metric tons of CO2 annual emissions averted. Obviously, when we are going to have the hydrogen, that is green hydrogen, that is being produced from the renewable resources, then obviously the emissions would be cut down. Okay, so 50 million metric tons of emissions would be cut down by virtue of green hydrogen. 6 lakh jobs will be created, and rupees 8 lakh crore investment would be attracted by this green hydrogen sector. Okay, the next question is, where was the Global Technology Summit organized? Okay, so where was it organized? It was organized in Visakhapatnam. I hope you are aware of this fact that Andhra Pradesh government has changed its capital from Amravati to Visakhapatnam. Where is Indian Army organizing the Operation Sadbhavana? So here guys, Ladakh is the right answer. Who is this person? This person is Manoj Pandey, who is the present chief of the Indian Army. Okay. What is the target year set by the European Union to ban the sale of gas and diesel cars? So here guys, 2035 is the year. Now this topic remains in the news very often. Very often European Union tells the releases this news that it is going to ban the sale of gas and diesel cars because it wants to become a net zero emission area by the year 2050. Okay, So this is the target year of the European Union. Okay, and at present we have 27 nations as the members of European Union. Bosnia is in the procedure to get the membership of European Union, and if Bosnia gets this membership, then European Union will have 28 members. But right now it has only 27 members, so do remember this point. Okay, how many segments are there in this second global hackathon of RBI, which is Harbinger 2023? So here guys, 4 segments are there. So basically every kind of hackathon is organized so that the innovators can send their innovative solutions to tackle a specific kind of problem, right? So here we have 4 problems in consideration. First problem is innovative, easy to use digital banking services for differently abled. So दिव्यांग जनों के लिए, the people who are differently able, for them we need to create technology. Okay, digital payment technologies, digital banking service technology, so that it becomes easy for them to use. For example, if there is a person who is visually impaired, then the technology should be such that it would provide the audio version of each and every update, right? So similarly, for every kind of differently abled people, there should be digital banking solutions, and for that the innovative solutions are invited by the RBI. Then we have RegTech solutions to facilitate more efficient compliance of the regulated entities. ठीक है? Problem 3 is exploring use of cases solutions for CBDC retail transactions, including transactions in offline mode. Okay, CBDC is one of the topics on which the government is working really hard to implement it. Government as in RBI. So one problem statement is to create solution for CBDC retail payments as well as offline payments. Then fourth is increasing transactions per second, throughput and scalability of blockchains. Okay, now why am I telling you all these problem statements in detail? The reason is that you can expect the question on each of these or any of these. Okay, so please prepare all these problem statements for the Harbinger Hackathon 2023. Now I would like to ask a question from all of you. Can any one of you tell me that the first edition of this hackathon was launched in which year? Okay, so now let's move on to the next question, which is, where is India's first global support center of Boeing located? So what is the right answer? The right answer is Gurugram. When is the International Childhood Cancer Day observed? So what is the right answer? February 12 is the right answer. Okay, and better survival is the theme. International Childhood Cancer Day. Okay, my question from all of you is, can you tell me the color of ribbon which is used to spread awareness about the childhood cancer, which is celebrated on February 15? Okay, sorry guys, it is February 15 and not February 12. ठीक है, अब आप लोग ये चीज़ खुद ही देख सकते हो कि आपकी मेंटर को कभी कभी प्रॉब्लम होती है इंपॉर्टेंट डेज को याद करने में. तो इट इज़ अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट थिंग गाइज. अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मेमोराइज द नंबर्स. ओके, सो व्हाट डू? आई क्रिएट माई ओन फैक्ट cheat sheet wherein I just write the numbers so that I can remember the numbers for a longer period of time. Okay, now my examination is not coming, your examination is coming. So what is needed here is your effort. So put your efforts into it and create your own fact cheat sheet for the numbers, because numbers are very hard to remember. ठीक है, कुछ लोगों के पास ये टेक्निक होती है, या फिर कुछ लोग गॉड गिफ्टेड भी होते हैं जिनको नंबर्स बहुत अच्छे से याद रहते हैं. उनके लिए कुछ और चैलेंज होगा. आइडेंटिफाई द चैलेंज विच यू आर फेसिंग एज फार एज द करंट अफेयर्स आर कंसर्न्ड एंड देन ट्राई टू रिजॉल्व दैम. एंड इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू रिजॉल्व दैम, you can come to me, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can also ask me on the discussions forum. Okay, the next question is, where was the 23rd edition of the India International Seafood Show held? So here guys, Kolkata is the right answer. Now we have knowledge nugget for you. So Department of Commerce has fixed an ambitious target of USD 8,868 million for marine products export for 2022 to 2023, which require a growth rate of about 15% of the previous year target to achieve this target. Okay, now what is the important point here? The important point is this, that for the current year, the Department of Commerce has fixed a specific target, that is USD 8,868 million worth of marine products export. Okay, and this is the most important target, I would say. This is the most important fact which can be asked from you. Apart from this, do not forget to remember the addition. Which municipal corporation has launched the green bond for setting up the solar power plant? So here Indore Municipal Corporation is the right answer. First of all, let me tell you that it is for the first time in India that a municipal corporation has launched a green bond specifically for a solar power plant. Okay? Then second thing of importance here is that SEBI has recently released its guidelines for the green bonds, in which it had introduced two subsets of the green bonds, that is blue bond and your yellow bond. Okay? So do remember, blue bond and yellow bonds are the subsets of the green bond. So sometimes you may encounter the terms like green bond has been issued for the specific purpose of creating solar energy or for marine energy, and they may mean that it is a blue bond or yellow bond. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. The point is कि कभी कभी आपको ऐसा लग सकता है, कभी कभी in the news you may feel that the topic is talking about the green bond, but actually they mean yellow bond or blue bond. Okay, because these terms can be used interchangeably. Okay, but here the catch is that the term has not been used interchangeably, because this guideline has been released recently, and this bond is also released recently. The green bond here means the green bond only, not the yellow bond, as far as the news article is concerned, or we have to stick to the information given to us. Okay, so this much is important. Now one more thing, that we are talking about the municipal corporation bonds. So municipal corporation bonds are also called the muni bonds. ठीक है? Bangalore was the first municipal corporation which had launched the municipal bond, and then in 2017 Pune launched the municipal bond in collaboration with a US agency, USAID, and recently Vadodara has also launched the municipal bond in collaboration with a foreign agency, and thus Pune and Vadodara become first and second municipal corporations to launch the municipal bonds in collaboration with an international agency. Do remember these points. Next question is, which of the following statements are correct with respect to the Kavach 2023, a national level hackathon? First statement is, the hackathon has been launched by AICTE and Ministry of Education. The hackathon has been launched by UGC, Ministry of Education, and Bureau of Police Research and Development. The hackathon has been launched to innovate on the cyber security and cyber crime challenges. So here guys, option A and statement 1 and 3 are the correct statements. So option C is the right answer. Okay, because AICTE and Ministry of Education are involved, and your Bureau of Police Research and Development is also involved in this hackathon, but UGC is not involved. Okay, so UGC is not a part of this hackathon. Apart from this, we are also clear with the purpose, that is to innovate on cybersecurity and cybercrime challenges. Which IIT hosts the International Center of Excellence on Dam Safety? So here guys, IIT Roorkee is the right answer. Now IIT Roorkee plus Central Water Commission, these two organizations have established this Dam Safety Center of Excellence. As far as the Center Water Commission is concerned, so remember that it is under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, and it is one of the premier technical institutions under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. Union Cabinet has approved the signing of an MOU between India and Dash for cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sectors. Under the MOU, a Dash India Agriculture Working Group is to be constituted, which will be responsible for the supervision, review and assessment of the implementation of this MOU, as well as for establishing frequent communication and coordination. So here, child guys is the right answer. Can any one of you tell me what is the capital and currency of Chile in the comment section below? What is India's rank in the Services Trade Restrictiveness Index? So what is the right answer? The right answer is 47th. So this is the rank of India. 47th is the rank of India. Can any one of you tell me which organization releases this index? Okay, you can put your answers in the comments, or you can also give me your answers through the live chat. I am here in order to provide you the uh, right answer, okay, in the in the comments or in the live chat also. Okay, so 47th is the rank of India in the Services Trade Restrictiveness Index. One more thing, that a total of 136 countries were there. Out of this, 47th is a good rank that India has got. Okay, so Japan, UK, Netherlands, Czech Republic, Chile, these are the top 5 countries. Israel, India, Russia, Thailand, Indonesia, these are the bottom 5, and I'm so sorry, it's the 50. A total of 50 countries are there. Okay, so a total of 50 countries were measured in the Services Trade Restrictiveness Index, and OECD has released this index, and I have already given you the answer. It is OECD which has released this index. Do remember. What is the net worth requirement for the payment aggregators to receive license? So here guys, 25 crore is the right answer. Now do listen to me carefully. In the first year of getting the license, the payment aggregators will have to have a minimum net worth of 15 crore rupees. In the second year of operation, they need to become a 25 crore company. Okay, they need to have a net worth of 25 crores. Okay, and here the question is not specifying about the year, so obviously the ultimate amount is asked from you, because the word minimum is also not here and the year is also not provided. So there is no specific detail that has been given to you regarding the net worth. So what will you do in this case? You will mention 25 crore as the answer, because ultimately the limit is 25 crore, which all the payment aggregators will have to attain. Okay, and I hope you know what is a payment aggregator. These are basically the payment gateways, with the organizations which provide the infrastructure for facilitating the payments. Okay, so the payment aggregators will be payment gateways, but all payment gateways will not be the payment aggregators, because the basic difference between a payment gateway and a payment aggregator is that the aggregators take the money, they facilitate the payment, and they pool the money, and then they return it to the merchants after a specified period of time. Okay, so this pooling of money is there in the aggregators, but it is not a condition in the gateways. Payment gateways basically provide you the infrastructure to facilitate the payment, and the money is credited in the merchant's account, okay, directly. So that's the difference. I hope this distinction between a payment gateway and a payment aggregator is clearly taught to you by Karnima ma'am in the RBI 247 session. And if you have not seen that session, then after this session, do watch the payment aggregator session by Karnima ma'am, because there the new guidelines related to the payment aggregators were taught in detail by her. Okay. Which payment bank has gone live with UPI Lite, a feature enabled by the NPCI for multiple small value UPI transaction? So here guys, Paytm Payment Bank is the right answer, which has gone live with the UPI Lite. Now as far as the UPI Lite is concerned, so let me tell you that for one time the maximum limit is rupees 200. One time as in one transaction. If you want to buy a good, then that good should be of rupees 200 value. Beyond that, you cannot use UPI Lite for making the payment. Okay, for per transaction 200 is the limit. For the recharge, you can do rupees 2000 worth of recharge twice in a day. Okay, so the daily limit is 4000, but in one time you can just transfer rupees 2000 in your UPI Lite, and then in another transaction you need to add 2000, and thus your daily charge would be rupees 4000. But One recharge should be of 2000 rupees, and per transaction is 200. So these are some of the digits associated with UPI Lite, and you can definitely encounter any question related to them in your exam. Which bank has launched the facility of issuance of EBG, Electronic Bank Guarantee, in association with National E-Governance Services Limited? So, guys, what is the right answer here? Which bank has launched this service? So, it is Indian Overseas Bank. Electronic Bank Guarantee. What is a bank guarantee? The bank guarantee is given by the bank to the merchant, especially in the case of exports and imports. Okay. ट्रेड के केसेस में भी दिया जाता है, एंड द बेसिक आइडिया बिहाइंड दिस बैंक गारंटी इज दैट इफ द मर्चेंट fails in making you the payment, then the bank will provide you the payment. Okay, so that is the bank guarantee in a very layman's term. Next question is about the Ustan Bismillah Khan Yuva Puraskar, which has been given for these years. ठीक है, for 3 years the awards have been given simultaneously. A total of 102 artists have been given this award. Now, regarding Ustad Bismillah Khan Yuva Puraskar, you need to know that it is given up to 40 years of age, and it was launched in 2006. Now the question asks you the prize money which is given under this award. So 25,000 is the prize money. How many fields have been selected by India which will be considered for trading of carbon credits in the international carbon market under the mechanism of the Paris Agreement on Climate Change? So 13 sectors have been selected. What is the bilateral trade between India and UAE during April to November 2022? So bilateral trade is $57.8 billion. I hope you know that with UAE we have a CEPA agreement, that is a free trade agreement, which aims to increase the bilateral trade between India and UAE up to 100 billion US dollars. Okay. Next question is, which phase of the Sagar Parikrama has been launched by the Department of Fisheries? So here, guys, it was the third phase that has been launched by the Department of Fisheries. And the basic idea of this Sagar Parikrama is to tell the states which are there in the coastal regions about the schemes of the government of India for the fishermen, so that their prosperity and their welfare can be attained. What is the share of India in the global fish production as per a PIB release? So here 8% is the right answer. Where is North India's first nuclear power plant being set up? So it is being set up in Fatehabad district of Haryana. Okay. Now if you see in the news, you would find Gorakhpur name. Okay, but Gorakhpur is a place in Fatehabad district where this plant will be located specifically. Okay, this is the particular point where the plant will be established, but do not confuse it with the Gorakhpur of UP. Okay, so do remember that it is the Gorakhpur place in the Fatehabad district of Haryana. Which state has announced to introduce AI traffic signals in the state budget for 2023 to 2024? So guys, it is Karnataka, which has announced to introduce the AI traffic signals in the state, okay, in the coming year. Which country has recently lifted its temporary ban on the import of frozen seafood from India? So here, guys, Qatar is the right answer. Okay, now do remember, Doha is the capital of Qatar and Riyal is the currency of Qatar. Recently FIFA World Cup took place in Qatar. Can any one of you tell me which football club won that FIFA World Cup? Next question is, what is India's rank in the Global Labour Resilience Index 2023? So what is the rank of India? The rank of India is 65th, okay, out of 136 countries. Which country is developing the NEOM project at a cost of rupees USD 500 billion? So here, guys, Saudi Arabia is the right answer. Now Saudi Arabia is also developing a Murabba city. Okay, I have the pictures for you. So this is the Murabba city. which is going to be in the middle of Saudi Arabia. Okay, and this is the NEOM project. Okay, which is going to be this kind of a city. Okay, you can clearly see it looks like a narrow lane, and in this lane the entire city will be built, and it is going to be sustainable in nature. Okay, that's the basic concept of this NEOM project. However, this project is right now in the imagination or vision of the Saudi Arabia government, but for the Murabba city, the Saudi Arabian government, uh, the public investment fund of the Saudi Arabian government has already allocated amount. Okay, has already allocated the money. Okay, so that is the progress in this city, and do remember that both of these cities are being developed in the same country, Saudi Arabia. Which bank has launched the Amrit Kalash, a new retail term deposit scheme with a specific duration and benefits like a higher interest rate? So here guys, the largest bank of India, State Bank of India, has launched it. Now we are talking about the highest interest rate. So 7.1% is going to be the interest rate for the normal citizens, and 7.6% will be the interest rate for the senior citizens, and it has a specific tenure, so the specific tenure is 400 days. Okay, Delhi Metro has launched India's first ever indigenously developed train control and supervision system, that is IATS, for operations on its first corridor. On which line is the system operated? So it is on the very old line of the Delhi Metro, that is Red Line. ठीक है. India's first hybrid sounding rocket has been developed under the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Satellite Launch Vehicle Mission 2023. Which company has collaborated with the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam International Foundation to launch the Satellite Vehicle Mission 2023? So here guys, Martin Foundation and Space Zone India, these two organizations have collaborated with the Abdul Kalam International Foundation for this specific Abdul Kalam Satellite Launch Vehicle mission. Okay, so option D is the right answer. Who is the chair of the panel on Mission Karm Yogi? So it is Union Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Guba, who is the chair of this panel of Mission Karm Yogi. Frederick and Henrik Christian and Mary Elizabeth are the crown prince and princess of which country? So here Denmark is the right answer. Recently both of them have visited India, and because of that visit this question is here. Where was the Asia Economic Dialogue organized? In Pune it was organized. With which country is India planning to create a virtual trade corridor to facilitate quicker clearance of shipments? So here UAE is the right answer. In which Indian state will MasterCard and Access Development Services launch the mainstreaming agriculture through networks and development initiatives project? So in short form the project is called as Mandi. Okay, so the full form of Mandi is also important, so do remember the full form. The full form is mainstreaming agriculture through networks and development initiative. Okay, so 4 to 5 times if you revise the full form, or if you repeat the full form, then definitely you will be able to remember the full form of Mandi. Okay, so Assam is the right answer here. Okay, and the basic idea of this is to leverage technology, use technology for leveraging or enhancing the agricultural activities in the state of Assam. So that's the basic idea. Which UT has launched the sensor based smart agriculture project for integration of agriculture with technology driven by artificial intelligence and IoT for automation of practices, enhanced resource use efficiency and profitability? So here JNK is the right answer. Okay, which edition of the International Khajuraho Dance Festival 2023 was held in Khajuraho, Madhya Pradesh? 49th edition of this festival was recently organized. Who heads the Textile Advisory Group? So Kotak, um, Suresh Kotak is the chair of this Textile Advisory Group, which was created last year by the Ministry of Textile. ठीक है? Recently, the Ministry of Education has launched the Jadui Pitara, and the basic idea of this Jadui Pitara, which is basically a kit, is to increase the interest of children in studies. Okay, therefore, this kit will have playbooks, toys, puzzles, posters, flashcards, storybook, etc., etc., for the children. The catch here is that the kit will be available in the regional languages as well. And I hope all of you are aware that the focus of National Education Policy 2020 is also to increase the interest of children in studies so that they do not take studies as a burden. Rather, they take interest in the studies. That is why the focus of the primary education was shifted from English to vernacular medium, right? That was one of the key highlights of the NEP 2020. And there was a debate also that if the students study in the vernacular, then they would be weak in English language. That is something another matter, but right now the focus here is that the children's interest should be increased in the studies, and for that the Jadui Pitara has been launched. But the question here is, in how many languages is the Pitara launched? So here 13 languages at present are available. With the course of time, more languages will be included. Next question is, India has joined Agriculture Innovation Mission for Climate to accelerate investment and support for climate smart agriculture and food systems innovation. India joined the AIM4C on the margins of I2U2 summit, I2U2 Business Forum in Abu Dhabi. Which of the following countries is among the founding members of the initiative? Okay, so first of all, guys, let me tell you that this I2U2 initiative is India, Israel, United States, and UAE's initiative, which is also called as the West Quad. However, this does not have any defense or military ramification. The basic idea of this West Quad is to promote trade. Okay? So that is the basic idea. Now guys, which of the following is among the founding members of the AIM4C initiative? So here guys, UAE is the right answer. US and UAE have launched this initiative. Where is the Pangong Tso Lake located? So in Arunachal Pradesh, in Ladakh, this is located. Pangong Tso Lake is located in Ladakh, where the conflict was there between China and India. Which state has launched the robotic scavenger named Bandicoot to clean sewage? So Kerala has launched this robot. For the first time, an Indian submarine docked in Indonesia to strengthen bilateral relations as per the diplomatic military outreach to Asian countries. What is the name of the submarine? So, guys, the answer is INS Sindhukeshwari. With which country does India conduct the exercise Desert Flag 8th? Okay, so this is the 8th edition of this Desert Flag exercise. So, with UAE, this exercise is conducted. Exercise Cobra Warrior is a dash exercise. So it is an Air Force exercise between India and UK. Which country has curtailed its beef exports due to the mad cow disease? So Brazil has curbed its beef exports. Now let me tell you that Brazil is the world's largest exporter of beef and China is the world's largest importer of beef. Okay, so do remember these facts. Which country has signed an agreement with the International Solar Alliance to increase the use of solar energy in the country? So Bangladesh, guys, is the right answer. I hope you know that ISA is India's first treaty-based organization located in India itself, and with France, with the collaboration of France, we have launched this ISA. Do remember that at present India is the president of ISA. What is India's rank in the International Intellectual Property Index 2023 of the US Chamber of Commerce Global Innovation Policy Center? So 42nd, guys, is the right answer. India's rank is 42nd. Which of the following statement is true about the Atmanirbhar Clean Plant Program? First of all, let me tell you that in the Union Budget this year, the plant program was organized. So the first statement is that the central government is planning to set up 20 clean plant centers. The clean plant centers will reduce the time period for quarantine of horticulture crops to 8 months from 2 years at present. National Horticulture Board will be the nodal agency for setting up the Clean Plant program. The Clean Plant centers will provide services of disease diagnostics, therapeutics, multiplying of plant and generation of mother plants. So which one is the right answer? So here guys, let me tell you that the government is planning to set up 10 clean plant centers. Then the time period by these clean plant centers would be reduced to 6 months, not 8 months. National Horticulture Board is the implementing agency of this program at present, and the plant center will provide the services of disease diagnostics, therapeutics, multiplying of plants and generation of mother plants. So these are the services which the clean plant centers will provide. So here what is the right answer? Option B is the right answer. Okay, now let me just give you a brief introduction of the clean plant program. The clean plant program basically aims to create these clean plant centers, and the basic idea of these centers is to quarantine the plants which will be imported in India. Okay, many of you must be in a shock that do plants also face the quarantine period? But guys, yes, plants and every kind of bioorganism, living or dead, has to face the quarantine period in the other nation, and this is done in order to prevent any kind of disease spread. ठीक है, इसीलिए क्वारंटीन कराया जाता है सभी टाइप के बायो ऑर्गेनिजम्स को. सो हियर प्लांट्स आर ऑल्सो क्वारंटीन, are put in quarantine, and at present 2 years time is taken by the quarantine, is taken for the quarantine, and this time period will be reduced to 6 months. So that is the basic idea of this Atmanirbhar Clean Plant project. And at present, do remember the number 10 is just in the planning stage. It may happen that you would find in a news article that the government has announced to create 15 clean plant program, clean plant centers, or 20 clean plant centers, but that would be a future development. Okay, so this is also correct, and that will also be correct if the government changes the number. Okay, we just need to keep a track of it, and you don't have to worry about anything, because I am providing you the daily updates in the daily current affairs PDFs as well as Spotlight monthly current affairs. Okay, you just need to follow them. As per a news article of February 2023, the Archaeological Survey of India has discovered a 1300-year-old stupa, Buddha's stupa, right in the middle of a mining site in Odisha's Dash district. So, Jajpur district is the right answer. Which of the following is the correct projection of unemployment rate by the Periodic Labour Force Survey? I hope you know that PLFS for the year 2021 to 2022 has been released. PLFS is basically released to assess the employment scenario in the nation between June to July. Okay, so that is the time period of PLFS. Do remember this question. It can be a static question in either of your phases, phase 1 or phase 2. दोनों में से किसी भी phase में ये question पूछा जा सकता है. Now one more thing, that 2017 is the year in which the PLFS was started. The first edition of PLFS was launched in 2017. Okay. Now what is the right answer? The correct projection of unemployment is this: 4.1% for 2021 to 2022. Now let's have a look at the unemployment rate for the preceding 3 years. Okay, and for different categories, for the entire nation, for the urban areas, for rural areas, for male population, for female population. So for the overall population, the unemployment rate was 4.1%, which you can clearly see is decreasing over the years. In FY20, 4.8% was the unemployment rate. Then 2020 to 2021, 4.2% was the unemployment rate. However, this is the year of COVID when everything was in lockdown, but still the unemployment rate was decreasing. Then the next year, 2021 to 2022, the unemployment rate has also decreased to 4.1%. This can happen because when everything was opened up, it may happen that the organizations would have employed more people. Okay, Now, as far as the urban unemployment is concerned, so again, you can clearly see a declining trend. In rural, again, a declining trend. Then male unemployment rate is also declining, and the female unemployment rate is also declining in India over the years. Now, which data do you need to remember? The entire data. You can expect any question out of this data in your examination in phase 2 as well as in phase 1. Okay, PLFS is a very crucial document. You cannot afford to skip the PLFS and any fact given in the PLFS. Okay, and I have just nitpicked, just handpicked these facts because otherwise there were many numbers in the PLFS document, but I have just handpicked some of it which I found very important from the exam perspective. Okay, सो यहाँ पे अब इसके आगे बार्गेनिंग मत करना, सारे नंबर्स आपको याद करने पड़ेंगे, ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज इन द PLFS ऑफ 2021 to 2022 the labor force participation rate of urban area was 49.7 and the rural areas LFPR was 57.5. Which of the following reasons appropriately justifies the gap? Okay, so here guys, you can clearly mark this question as a difficult one. Now, this question is also not judging your factual information, it is judging your conceptual knowledge. Okay, तो इससे बस एक इंडिकेशन है और एक ही रिक्वेस्ट मैं आप सभी को करना चाहती हूँ, दैट आप adopt an integrated approach for your exam. Do not just prepare for the phase 1, do not just prepare for the phase 2, prepare for both the phases together. Okay, because if you develop the conceptual understanding of the topics, then only you will be able to retain the facts for the phase 1 as well, and you can tackle such questions. You have seen the trend of RBI examination, right? It is becoming more and more difficult, and it is shifting to conceptual and analytical questions more. Okay, so this is one of the questions. Okay, now what can be the most appropriate reason for this low female labor participation rate in India, especially in urban areas, and the difference between rural and urban areas? Okay, in urban areas we have more employment opportunities, but still the female labor force participation rate is lower in comparison to the rural areas. What is the reason? The reason is the low female participation in urban employment. Okay, so that's the stark difference between the that is the reason for the stark difference between the labor force participation rate of the urban and the rural areas, because female participation is lower in urban areas. Okay, now here is the data of the LFPR from the PLFS of FY22. So you can clearly see the overall labor force participation rate is increasing over the years. Labor force participation rate is basically the people who are employed in the nation for a specific period of time, that is from June 2021 to July 2022. Okay, so the labor force participation rate for the entire nation is increasing, and for the year FY22 it was 55.2%. That means out of the total employable population, 55.2% people were employed. Okay, they were already working. Then in urban areas 49.7% people were working, rural में 57.5%. Males के comparison में, when we see the working population of males, then it is 77.2% out of the total population, then 32.8% for the females out of the total population. Okay, and if we see the rural urban divide in it, then definitely the rural female labor force participation would be really high in comparison to the urban areas. Okay, and this does not mean that the economic opportunities which are given to women in the rural areas is better, and thus the women of rural areas are better off than the women in the urban areas. That is not the reason, guys. The reason is that in the rural areas, the first of all, the work that is given to the women is majorly of the contract labor, कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल होता है या फिर लेबर काइंड ऑफ वर्क होता है, सो दैट इज गिवन टू द वुमेन. एंड इन अर्बन एरियाज, जस्ट बिकॉज द अर्निंग मेंबर्स ऑफ द family have a better income, that is why they restrict or they do not allow their women to work, or women themselves do not want to work outside because their family members are earning good. Okay, so that is the reason, that is why the urban and rural labor force participation rate has such a stark difference. Okay, so next question is from the female workforce participation rate during 2021. Now, I hope all of you are aware of the difference between the workforce participation rate and the labor force participation rate. Workforce participation rate includes all the people who are seeking to work as in who are willing to work and who are working at present. Okay, on the other hand, labor force participation rate only accounts for those people who are working at present. Okay, so it will only consider the people who are doing a job, and it will consider all those people who are seeking the job as well. Okay, so what is the female workforce participation rate? It is 44.7%. Okay, so it is 31.7%. I'm so sorry, guys. It is 31.7% in total. ठीक है? So as far as the male workforce participation rate is concerned, it is 73.8, which is very very high in comparison to females. Rural wala is again higher in comparison to the urban areas. Then we have 52.9 as the overall workforce participation rate. That means out of the total population which can work, 52.9% people are either in the workforce. Okay, they are seeking work or they are employed. Okay, with which country has India officially launched the young professionals scheme? So UK, guys, is the right answer. The basic idea of this young professional scheme is to exchange the people from India, between India and UK, who want to work in each other's land. Okay, that's the basic idea. Giorgia Meloni will be the chief guest and keynote speaker at the 8th Raisina Dialogue 2023 in the Taj Palace Hotel, New Delhi. She is the Prime Minister of which country? So she is the Prime Minister of Italy. Which state launched India's first AI chatbot, Ama Krush AI, for the agriculture sector? So Odisha has launched it. Which of the following statement is are incorrect about the trends in maternal mortality 2000 to 2020 report of the UN? So these are the 5 statements. I am giving you the time, guys, 5 seconds. Read all the statements and then try to figure out the answer. I hope, guys, you have read the statements by now. So the right answer here is option E. None of these statements are incorrect. That means all of these statements are correct. So let's have a look at these statements. According to the report, 287,000 women globally died from a maternal cause in 2020. The global MMR, maternal mortality rate, in 2020 was 223 per lakh live birth. That means if 1 lakh children are born, then live children are born. We are not taking the stillbirths into account. So out of those live births, 223 mothers are dying because of those live births. Because of those births, 223 women are dying. Okay, the average annual rate of reduction in the global MMR from 2000 to 2020 was 2.1%. That means हर साल 2.1% का reduction आया है in the global MMR, maternal mortality rate. The rate of reduction in the global MMR, if we take into account the 20-year period from 2000 to 2020, then the reduction is 34.3%. India's MMR is 103, okay, per 1 lakh live birth. Okay, so अगर हमारे देश में 1 लाख बच्चे पैदा हो रहे हैं जिंदा, तो उनकी ऊपर 103 माएँ ऐसी हैं जिन्होंने अपनी जान गंवाई है after giving the birth to the children. Now, Sustainable Development Goal target 3.1 is to reduce the MMR to 70, to less than 70 per 1 lakh live birth by 2030. Sustainable Development Goals were launched in 2015 and they came into force in 2016 to be implemented by the year 31st December 2030. Okay. New Delhi-based ICRIER Process Center for Internet and Digital Economy has released the State of India's Digital Economy report. The report focuses on the indicators which are specific to the Indian economy. The report traces the digital transformation through its CHIP framework. What does H stand for in this framework? So guys, H stands for harness. Okay, connect, harness, innovate, and partner. These are the four pillars of the framework of this State of India's Digital Economy report. Okay, and in short form, it is called CHIP. Now guys, this report does not give any kind of ranking to any state or anything like that, does not happen in this report. It basically tells us the overview of the digital landscape of India. How have we progressed in the digital technologies and how we are doing in that. And this is guys a very crucial picture which is telling us the different segments in which we have made the achievement. Okay, so for example, in finance we have the BHIM, we have UPI. So these are the two most important technologies which are taking the digital ecosystem of India to a next level. Then, as far as the health ecosystem is concerned, so we had the CoWIN, which was used for the vaccination. Then we have Ayushman Bharat digital health accounts. Then, as far as the commerce is concerned, so we are developing the ONDC. That is going to be the one platform for all the small and medium, uh, not the farmers, but the merchants. Question number 61 is that ISRO has conducted the recovery trials for the Gaganyaan mission in a private pool. In collaboration with Indian Navy, the trials were conducted at the Water Survival Test Facility Kochi. Gaganyaan is India's first human space mission to be launched in 2024. The Indian astronauts are receiving training from Dash Agency for the Gaganyaan mission. So here guys, Roscosmos is the right answer. Which company has launched India's first traffic management system for drones to allow the operators to choose their routes? So Sky Air is the right answer. Recently, ISRO has launched the small satellite launch vehicle from Andhra Pradesh, Sriharikota, with EUS 7, Azadi Sat 2, and Genus first satellites on board. Which company mentored the 750 girl students to prepare the Azadi Sat 2 satellite? So here Space Kids India is the right answer. Where will the Minister for Communications, Electronics and Information Technology and Railways, Ashwini Vaishnav, inaugurate the National Philatelic Exhibition Amrit PEX 2023? So New Delhi guys is the right answer. With which regional organization has India set up a new trade and technology council to focus on green technologies, connectivity and resilient supply chains? So here European Union is the right answer. Recently, the third Asian Digital Ministers meeting with India was conducted virtually on the theme of synergy towards a sustainable digital future. The meeting was chaired by India and Dash. India Asian Digital Work Plan 2023 will be adopted at the meeting. Sorry, it was adopted at the meeting. This year, the Asian Summit will be hosted by Dash, which will be the chair of Dash as well. So, what is the answer of all these dashes? The right answer is option A. India and Philippines hosted the third Asian Digital Ministers meeting. Then Indonesia is the chair for the ASEAN in 2023, and Asian Defense Ministers Meeting Plus is also the forum which is chaired by Indonesia. The next question is that the Director General of GST Intelligence and National Forensic Science University have signed an MOU to set up their digital forensic laboratories. Okay, now we have to identify the correct statements with regard to the above paragraph, which basically tells you about these digital forensic laboratories and this MOU. So the right answer, the statements are the Directorate General of GST Intelligence is the apex intelligence organization under the aegis of Goods and Services Network. The NFSU is an institution of national importance established to promote the studies and research in forensic sciences and related fields. NFSU is the first and only institution in the field of forensic sciences which is located in Lucknow. So here guys, only second is the right answer because NFSU is located in Delhi. And DGGI does not work under the Goods and Services Network, rather it is under the Defense Department of Finance. Which of the following payment services providers have recently allowed the linking of credit cards with UPI? So here the right answer is Paytm. What is the theme of the World Pulses Day 2023? Pulses for a Sustainable Future is the theme. When do we celebrate this day? This is your question. Do tell me. Who has won the Hyderabad E-Prix? First of all, let me tell you that it was the first EV Formula 1 race. Okay. So it was held in India for the first time. Okay. And in Hyderabad it was held, obviously. Now, who has won this? So it is Jean-Eric from France who has won this championship. From which country is India planning to bring 12 cheetahs in India? So these cheetahs have arrived in India already and they have arrived from South Africa. So let me tell you, from Namibia also we had 8 cheetahs, and from South Africa now we have 12 cheetahs. Okay? All these cheetahs have been introduced in the Kuno National Park in Madhya Pradesh. Which state has launched the Wetland X Situ Conservation Establishment Plan in collaboration with France? So here Rajasthan is the right answer. We are talking about the wetlands. So let me tell you, from India we have 75 wetlands which are in the Ramsar Wetland Convention, and we have 2 wetlands on the Montreux Accord of the Ramsar Convention. Okay? So this Montreux Accord only lists the wetlands which are on the verge of extinction or which are in extreme danger, and we have 2 wetlands in India which are in the extreme danger. First is Kalyolado National Park and second is Loktak Lake in Assam. Loktak Lake. Okay? So this Kalyolado National Park is in Rajasthan, and in this park this center has been established. This Wetland Ex Situ Conservation Establishment has been located. Okay, so do remember these points. Which edition of the Indian Rice Congress was conducted at the National Rice Research Institute at Cuttack, Odisha? So second edition was organized. India has signed an agreement with Dash to export the ALH Mk3 helicopters to the country. The agreement was signed in January 2022. So guys, can any one of you tell me the right answer? The right answer is Mauritius. Which country hosts the World Government Summit on an annual basis? So guys, UAE is the right answer. As per the revised estimates of the direction of tax collection in 2022 to 2023 released by the CBDT, the direct tax collection has increased by -% and the total tax collection was 15.67 lakh crore. So right answer is 24%. From the previous year we have seen a growth of 24% in the direct tax collection. Who is the governor of Ladakh? So B.D. Mishra has been appointed as the new governor of Ladakh. When is the Safer Internet Day observed? So February 12 is the right answer. What is the theme of the RBI Financial Literacy Week 2023? Good financial behavior, your savior. Which country has been hit by Cyclone Gabriel? So it is New Zealand. With which company has Ministry of Electronics and IT collaborated to launch G20 Stay Safe online campaign to increase the awareness on online safety? So it is Meta. Which is the first WTO member to ratify the agreement on fisheries subsidies? So it is Switzerland. Which bank has recently received approval from the Department of Financial Services under the Ministry of Finance to have 4 executive directors instead of 3? So it is, guys, Indian Bank. Which company owns the BizKhata business platform? So Airtel Payment Bank owns this BizKhata platform. Which life insurance company has launched the Sustainable Equity Fund? So, guys, Bajaj Alliance Life Insurance has launched this fund. Which international organization has formally agreed to join the India Hydrogen Alliance and increase support for green hydrogen projects across India with indicative funding of euro 1 billion? So, what is the right answer here? Which organization has announced to join the India Hydrogen Alliance? So, here, guys, European Investment Bank is the right answer. And let me tell you, it is a part of the European Union, investing agency of the European Union. Which company has launched its helicopter services on 6 routes in the state of Assam under the RCS Udan scheme? So, Pawan Hans Limited is the right answer. Which state UT has launched the alternate agriculture system for sustainability project to promote the organic farming? So here Jammu Kashmir is the right answer. So we have two projects of the Jammu Kashmir, एक sensor based smart agriculture and second one is this alternate agriculture system for sustainability. ठीक है? So these are the two projects launched by the same place, same administration, that is Jammu Kashmir administration. Asian Development Bank has approved a USD 130 million loan to increase the agriculture productivity and promote horticulture agri businesses to raise farmers' income to which state? Okay, so what is the right answer here? The right answer is Assam. Which company has rebranded itself as Zuno General Insurance Limited? So it is Edelweiss General Insurance. So guys, there was a question which was asked by my student on the discussion forum whether you should remember the company specific news or not. But let me tell you guys, company specific questions have been asked in the examination in SEBI, NABARD, RBI. Okay, so even if it is one question, do not take a chance because this one question can be the can prove itself to be very important for all of you. Okay, क्योंकि यही आपको इस पार या उस पार लेके जा सकता है. ठीक है, तो अगर एक क्वेश्चन भी आ रहा है तो भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है आप पढ़िए कंपनी रिलेटेड न्यूज. एंड आई हैव सीन दिस माई सेल्फ दैट नॉट ओनली वन क्वेश्चन, देर आर मेनी क्वेश्चन, एटलीस्ट 2 to 3 questions related to a specific company has been asked. There were questions like penalties imposed on the companies. Okay, सो ये तो फिर भी बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, इसका तो काफ़ी फिर भी आप इस क्वेश्चन की तो रिस्पेक्ट करो फिर भी, क्योंकि पेनल्टी जैसे चीज़ों से भी क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं. ठीक है, तो आपको पढ़ना है, यहाँ पे ये चीज़ क्लैरिफाई हो गई है. Next question is, what rank has been given to India by the International Civil Aviation Organization's Universal Safety Oversight Audit Programs report? Okay, let me tell you that this audit program is an annual audit program which is done by the International Civil Aviation Organization. Let me tell you, in Montreal it has its headquarters. Okay, so what was the rank given? It is 55th. Choose the correct number of pairs from the options given below. So here on the one hand you have the portals and on the other hand you have the ministries. So let me tell you, GDAM portal of the Ministry of Power and the Khanan Prahari portal of the Ministry of Coal. These are the two right options. Thus only 2 pairs are correct from these pairs. The next question is, the Comptroller and Auditor General of India is hosting the dash SCO Supreme Auditor Institutions Leaders Meeting in dash. Out of the 8 SCO SAI member countries, the heads of the size from 4 countries, that is Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, alongside the CAG of India, are expected to take part in the 3-day multilateral event. The event was organized on the theme of integrating emerging technologies in audit. During the event, India signed 2 MOUs with the dash and dash to strengthen the cooperation in the field of auditing. What is the right answer? The right answer is option D. 6th edition of the SCO meeting was organized in Lucknow with Kazakhstan and Tajikistan. The MOUs were signed. Okay, and the basic idea is to introduce the technologies in the field of audit. Now guys, my question from all of you is, can any one of you tell me who is the current CAG of India? And recently the Controller Accounts General of India was also appointed. So this is also your task, do tell me who is the Accounts General of India and the Comptroller and Auditor General of India. The next question is, India is planning to launch a global initiative called MIRA, or Millet International Initiative for Research and Awareness, for global coordination of millet research programs. India will contribute the initial money for MIRA initiative, while each G20 member will have to contribute its budget in the form of a membership fee. The Indian Institute of Millet Research in Dash will be supported as the center of excellence for sharing the best practices, research, and technologies at the international level. So, where is this institution located? So, it is located in Hyderabad. Now, one more thing related to this initiative, that this initiative will be introduced during the G20 summit. Okay, right now it has not been launched. Dash has launched the India's first marine spatial planning framework to balance growth alongside the sustainable management of ocean resources and coastal environment preservation. The framework is a part of a pact under the Indo Integrated Ocean Initiative. So, what is the right answer? The right answer is option C, Puducherry and Norway. Okay, in such type of questions you can clearly see Puducherry has been given in two options, ठीक है, and only the other country is different. ठीक है, तो ये सोच के मत ऑप्शन को मार्क करना कि अगर दो में पुडुचेरी दिया है. सपोज इफ यू डोंट नो द आंसर ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चन एंड यू हैव टू मेक द गेस वर्क, सो आई एम टेलिंग यू कि गेस वर्क कभी भी ऐसे मत करना कि दो ऑप्शन में अगर हमें सेम सेम मिल रहा है तो इसका मतलब यही सही होगा. ज़रूरी नहीं है. बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम्स पे ऐसा होता है कि ऐसा नहीं होता. इट इज़ जस्ट अ ट्रिक यूज्ड बाय द एग्जामिनर टू ट्रिक यू ऑल. ठीक है, एंड इन करंट अफेयर्स मेजरली आई हैव सीन दैट गेस वर्क नहीं करता है, बिकॉज अगर आपको कुछ भी नहीं पता ना तो यू कैन नॉट मेक अ गेस वर्क. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, फैक्ट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. इट्स नॉट लाइक आपने कोई कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ा है और उससे रिलेटेड कोई क्वेश्चन आया तो यू कैन ईजिली मेक अ गेस वर्क. गेस वर्क काम नहीं करता, इसीलिए करंट अफेयर्स सबसे डिफिकल्ट हो जाते हैं और इसीलिए आपको बार बार रिवाइज करने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. ओके, next question is, how much is the total pulse production estimate for 2022 to 2023? So here guys, what is the right answer? 178.90 lakh ton is the right answer. I guess I have again mistaken here guys. It is not the 178.9 lakh, it is 278.10 lakh tons. Okay, it is my inherent deficiency that I confuse the numbers. So that is why you may feel that in many number related questions I have marked the wrong answer first and then told you the right answer. But that is the problem, that in despite writing the fact sheet I tend to forget the numbers. Okay, and this may be a problem with many students. ठीक है, मुझे लगता है कि अगर मेरे साथ है तो कोई ना कोई आप में से ऐसा ज़रूर होगा जिसके साथ ये प्रॉब्लम होगी कि बार बार आप फैक्ट्स को याद कर रहे हो फिर भी भूल जा रहे हो, है ना. अगर ये चीज़ आपके साथ है तो इसका अगेन वही सोल्यूशन है कि आप बार बार याद कीजिए. देखिए, मुझे इतना टाइम नहीं मिलता सेशन से पहले कि मैं 10 दिन तक ये एक ही चीज़ रिवाइज करती रहूँ. ठीक है, तो वही चीज़ है. आप एक स्टूडेंट हैं, आपके पास फिर भी इतना टाइम होगा और आपको निकालना ही पड़ेगा अगर नहीं भी है टाइम, टू रिवाइज द फैक्ट्स. ओके, अगेन एंड अगेन. और ये चीज़ आपके साथ भी बहुत ज़्यादा होने वाली है अगर आप फैक्ट्स को बार बार रिवाइज नहीं करेंगे, स्पेशली न्यूमेरिकल फैक्ट्स. ओके, द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज dash World Hindi Conference, that is Vishwa Hindi Sammelan, is being organized from February 15 to 17 by Ministry of External Affairs in collaboration with dash. So 12th edition in collaboration with Fiji. The exact location is Nadi in Fiji. Okay, so this is a place in Fiji where this conference is being held. Which company launched the Coland, India's first fully automated escrow management solution for the co-lending? So what is the right answer here? Cash free payments is the right answer. Escrow account, I hope all of you know what is an escrow account. It is a very basic banking awareness term. If you don't know about this term, do read about this term because this is in the news. So you can expect a question in your phase 2 finance paper related to the escrow account. In a layman's term, let me explain it. वेरी बेसिक डेफिनेशन दूंगी मैं आपको इसकी, एंड दैट इज दैट सपोज पार्टी ए and party B have a transaction and they do not want the money to be kept in either of these two accounts. So what they will do, they will open an escrow account, and this account will have the money of these parties. Okay, so whosoever opens this escrow account does not own the money in the account. The money belongs to a third party. Okay, so it is also called a third party account. ठीक है, तो ये इसकी basic definition है. Apart from this, if you want to go into the details of this escrow account, then I would suggest you to go into the course. ठीक है, जो हमारा कोर्स दिया हुआ है उसमें जा करके देखो, उसमें हर टाइप के अकाउंट की डिटेल्स आपको फाइनेंशियल बेसिक फाइनेंशियल टर्म्स में प्रोवाइड की गई हैं. ठीक है. विच बैंक हैज लॉन्च्ड अ पायलट project known as offline pay to test the offline digital payments for customers and merchants, enabling payment transactions even when there is no mobile network. So what is the right answer? The right answer is HDFC Bank, who has been elected as the president of Institute of Chartered Accountancy of India. So Aniket Sunil Talati is the right answer. So here we have completed the 100 questions successfully. I would call it a success. So I hope you have enjoyed the content provided by me in this video. In case you have any feedbacks, you are free to provide it in the comment section below. And जाते जाते मैं बस इतना ही कहूँगी, when hard work can beat talent when talent refuses to work hard. ठीक है, तो अगर आपके पास टैलेंट है ना तो उसको तराशो, क्योंकि हीरे की भी कीमत तभी होती है जब वो तराशा जाता है. ठीक है, चलिए, on that note, have a good day and prepare really hard for your exam, because exam आपका कभी भी आ सकता है. चलिए, goodbye.